Six vlog once again. Charot. Okay, I have a problem here. We go directly to save time, right? Calculate the normal force of a 5 kilogram box moving at a speed of 15 meters per second at points A and B shown below. Wow, there's a schematic diagram. Okay? A schematic diagram is a brief sketch. Dahil na po. Okay? Sketch daw. Sketch. Bisaya kay Kajun. Dahil kayo. Fairness. Halata, halata. Okay. Now, we draw a sketch. Okay. So it's gonna be like this. Ganon. Kaloka. Okay. So, calculate the normal force of a 5 kilogram box. So this is the 5 kilogram box here, right? Ganon. So 5 kilogram box. Okay. And then moving at a speed of 15 meters per second. It's gonna be like this. Going to another mountain. Okay. And then like this. The same mass with 5 kilogram. And then the speed is 15 meters per second. Okay. Like that. And after that, we don't know really what's happening with this box. Maybe it will fall here somewhere here, right? It's just write an imaginary box here. Supposedly it will fall, right? But later on along the shop. Okay. Now, since this is a mountainous curve, we can create a circle, imaginary circle. Ganon. Okay. Let's assume that this is a circle based on the problem. Okay, like this, ganon. Okay, and we have the center here, right? Center here. Okay. So, this is obviously creating a force which is a centripetal force, which is Fc. Ganon. So, the formula of centripetal force, as we can remember on the theory of Isaac Newton regarding the solar system, you can remember that one? The gravitational force, right? So the gravitational force is just have the same analogy with the centripetal force that states like that, mv squared over r, which is the simpler one, right? Okay, like that. Centripetal force equals to the mass of the object times the velocity squared over the r. Then we have here the radius of 2 meters. So the radius will be here. Ganon. Okay, 2 meter. Ganon, 2 meters. Something like this. So this is a circle, right? Okay, circle. So you remember the circle? So the area, the surface area of a circle is equals to pi r squared over 4. And then it's also be pi d squared over 4. Then the circumference is 2 pi r. Then the diameter is 2 times radius, something like that. And the radius will be the diameter divided by 2, right? Okay, now let's draw the free body diagram. Okay, upward force, Fn. Oh, ganon. Diba? Kita nyo guys? Oh, okay, hanap mo. So we'll change the pentapent into black so that you can clearly see. Sorry for this. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be like, wait. I need black. Okay. Black galore. Okay, mga palangga. Wait ha. Okay. So it's gonna be like normal force here, and then we have the weight force here, and then we have the acceleration somewhere here. Okay. So the acceleration, centripetal acceleration will be going to the center, right? It's gonna be like ganon. Okay. Now, in the other point, this is point B. Actually, I forgot to label. This is point A, and this we have point C, like that. Okay, we have the normal force here, Fn, and the weight also like this. And then we'll be able to have also a centripetal acceleration that directly go downward. in the center of your circle. Something like it's gonna be AC. Okay? AC. Okay? AC here is not alternating current or is not air conditioning, but it's centripetal acceleration. Okay? So, free body diagram at point A, mga palangga. Okay. So, summation of horizontal force net is equal, no, not horizontal, vertical, because this is y. Okay, so Fn going upward, Fn, okay. This is centripetal acceleration going upward also. And we have the weight going downward. Okay, weight going downward. So this is negative, like this. Okay. Okay, there's a centripetal acceleration, right? So Fy net will be the force. Okay, centripetal force times acceleration. Centripetal acceleration, it's positive because it's going outside, right? And then we have Fn minus W. Take note mga palangga ha. Okay, this equation Fy net is equals to mass times acceleration. Second law of Newton, the law of acceleration. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is mass times acceleration. Now, your formula of weight is simply mass times acceleration due to gravity, and your net force will be Fn, and you have still mass times acceleration. Now, your acceleration will be v squared over r. Okay, so centripetal acceleration is v squared over r. Okay, you know why? Why the formula is v squared over r only, not the same as force? Of course, kaya alam mo siya guys. Okay, force is equals to mass times acceleration. Okay, then force is equals to mv squared over r, right? And you have also mass times a. Cancel ang m. So what will be left? Acceleration is equals to v squared over r. That's why our centripetal acceleration is only v squared over r. Then substitute natin this acceleration, so v squared over r, okay, times the mass is equals to the normal force times the mass, which is 5 kilogram. Later na natin substitute. Okay, let's look for the common, right? Like that. Okay, so how can we do this? We need to solve for the normal force because the problem is asking for the normal force. Okay, force A first. So Fn at point A. So by using math algebra, it's gonna be mv squared over r, then transpose the negative mg, positive mg. So this is your normal force. Okay? So simply the addition of the weight force and this centripetal force, something like that. Okay? Now, substitute values now. Okay, mass is equal to 5, right? Yes. Speed, it's mentioned, yes, 15 meters per second raised to the power 2, and then radius is 2, right? And then plus 5 times acceleration due to gravity, 9.81. How much? Okay, so we have no normal force. Okay, so 5 times 9.81 is equals to, okay, 49.05 here. Okay, i-add pa na to ang 15 divided by 2, di ba? Okay. Times 5 is equals to 37.5. 37.5 plus 49.5 is equals to, plus 49.5 is equals to, we have 87 newtons. Okay, 87 newtons is our normal force in point A. Okay, normal force is equals to 87 newton in point A. How about in point B? Okay, let's compute that one. Okay, so in ay may tabo na mugay ko lang. Okay? Okay? Like that. How can you do that? Okay. Take note guys, this is already the ground going here. So it is expected that the object will still go there in the ground and there's no mountain anymore. So your forces acting on the ground is not the same in your mountainous, okay, hill. The story will not be the same. Okay? Get the point? Something like that. And now here, we have to solve for the summation of the vertical forces net is equals to positive normal force minus the weight again. And then our centripetal force will be again mass times the centripetal acceleration is equal to the normal force minus mass acceleration due to gravity. Now, our AC centripetal force is v squared over r. So mass times v squared over r. Okay? Actually, this equation really is look like amazing. This centripetal acceleration. Okay? Really. Okay, is equal to Fn minus mg. Now solve for the normal force. It's gonna be, okay, it's gonna be, naman siya pagkitabo. Okay, but your centripetal force is gonna be directed downward because the circle is in downward. Okay, so you have to put negative on the AC. Okay, they are opposing in the first mountainous, because they are opposite. So negative siya going to the center of the mountain. Something that's the negative. Okay, negative, chupa. Now it will become negative mv squared over r is equals to fn mg. Now in math, how can we do this? Math. Okay, so we have to say fn, then chupa is equals to mg is equal to, okay, and then negative mv squared r, right? So it's going to be Fn is equals to, okay, transposed mass times acceleration minus mv squared r. Okay, take note, this is the reverse of the other one. Okay, the first normal force is addition because the centripetal force is going upward, and the other one is subtraction because the centripetal force is going downward. And take note also the mountain. Okay, you have the opposite curve like that. Okay, so substitute values mga palaga ang hitag is equals to 9.81. That's acceleration due to the gravity, the ganun, chupa. Okay, 5 minus the mass, which is the 5, and the velocity, v squared over r. Then you can have your normal force. Okay. So it's basically the subtraction of the other two, right? Am I correct? Yes. Okay. So let's review. Okay. Review this one because it looks like 87 is too small, right? Okay. So things like this, guys, in your actual examination, you need to be clever in the result. Okay? Because sometimes you found out, oh my gosh, this is very small. Okay? Like that. You can analyze that somewhere along the way. Okay, 49.5. So this is gonna be 513. Okay, normal force because this is still raised to the power 2. Okay, this is 513. Okay, see? So I wonder why it is 7 only. How can this black move? Okay, if it is only 87. Okay, so oh my gosh, naman, diba? Nakakalo kami ganun talaga. Okay? Muna yung mahitabo. Okay? Plus 49.5 is equals to. Okay? 5 times 9.81 is equals to 49.05. 15 raised to the power 2 divided by 2 is equals to times 5 is equals to plus 49.05. And this is 612. Okay? 612 siya. Mga palangka umitan. Okay? 612 ang imong first normal force. But then we can solve by your own also, okay? If we have the same answer. Okay. Now here, it's gonna be, wait. Okay. So, 15 squared, okay, 15 squared, equal to divided by 2 times 5 is equals to minus 49.05, right? It's equals to 513. Okay, here, normal force is 513. Okay, like that. So we need to say the first one needs higher normal force than the other. Get the point? Okay? Needs higher normal force because this is lower. Okay, lower level. The other one is higher level. Okay, by common sense, okay, this point A needs more force compared to the B because the B is on the top already a little bit. Okay, so that's gonna be the situation. Get the point? Okay, so like that. So for example, also, okay, like this, we have F is equals to mass times acceleration, ganun, and we have the same mass, right? Okay, we have the same mass and we have the same acceleration used. So, ang force niya, taas din ang isa. Okay, that's the point, mga panagakong hitan. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. And then also, take note also by mga palangga, mass is equals to force over acceleration. Okay, so then we have also mass is acceleration equals to force, then acceleration is equals to force over mass, right? And acceleration here is v squared over r. Oh, ganon. Get the point? So that's why force will also be reversed in magnitude between the point A and point B. Ganon. Okay, napakani. Now guys, if the black will be on the ground, what will be happening here? Okay. Mga palangga, there's no centripetal force already because it's in the ground. Okay? So ano mo siya? Fn, okay, weight force, like that, and there's no centripetal force already. Okay, now, your final velocity will be 0. Okay? Because it stops in the ground. But how about your initial velocity from here to here? Okay, here to here. What is your velocity? So, how can you compute for that? Okay, so how can you compute for that? You will use the formula Vf squared is equals to Vo squared plus 2At. Ganon. Okay, like that. And you'll use that one to solve for your Vo. Ganon. Okay, that's the point mga palangga kung hitan. Okay, and then use another formula in the kinematics in your equation also as well. Okay, get the point. But since this is a velocity, it does not create forces. Okay, so we will refer to the FBD only. The summation of the vertical forces is equals to positive Fn minus W, then normal force pila siya. Okay, normal force is equal to the weight na siya because horizontal forces will be equal to 0. It doesn't move already. Get the point? In here, the backs will no longer move. So your F net is equal to 0 based on the second law of acceleration. Okay? Like that. You get the point? So if there is a 0 F net, then it will stop. Okay? Okay, the object at rest will remain at rest unless acted by a net force. An object will remain in motion, or an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by a net force. But here there's no net force, 0. So it will not move. So you will just say Fn is equals to the weight. Okay? So the weight is mass 181 times acceleration due to gravity times 5 on weight times 1021 acceleration due to gravity. So this is going to be the answer of your Fn. It will reach here. Okay? Like that. Dito po yung mga palangga punitan. Okay. Or, there's another way of solving that one. I will explain. Right? So, magbuhat sa utak ko ako ang analysis ng kaloka. Okay? So this is 49.05 here with the black stops. 49.05. Now, okay. So if you really want to find the situation from the top going here, okay, assume that the time is equal because they are all resting, right? Okay, the 5 kilogram is resting in the second mountain, and then the ground also, the black is also resting, something like that. How can you solve for that? Okay, so you will say Point B is just equal to point C, right? Okay. Ganon. So point B is just equal to point C. Now, the summation of horizontal forces, okay, like that, is equal to the C also, right? Or the F net. Okay, yun ang mga pangga. So, you will see mga palangga that it is mv squared over r, okay, is equal to the F net here, which is only Fn minus W. So, Fn minus W, okay? Now, compute for the Fn. You can still solve for Fn, okay, by substituting values here, okay? Now, the technique mga palangga kung hitag, okay? You try to do it, but you cannot assume the same, okay? Normal force will be in 2 because you are equating now here. You can solve for the Fn in the first place. Get the point? Okay? So it's going to be substituting the velocity, the mass, the r, then the w, then you can get the F net force. Try to compare that here, it's just the same. Here. Okay? 49.05. Or, ikaw pwede akong compute, nakuha namin ginatong answer, no? Ako namin pakapin. Okay? So, mo na po ka guys nga, ang mong F is 0 ni mo. Ang lagi na siya 0 ni mo. Okay? Di 0 na mo siya nag-aara na. B is equals to C. Fn mo kay 0 sa C. And then, this one will be your mv squared r. Okay? So, mv squared r. Okay, like that. So, this is the value of your centripetal force. Okay? Then, you have the velocity, the mass, the r, and you can solve also for your Fc. Ganon. Okay? You get the point? Oh. Maski malamin mo siya guys, if it is really stopping, the Fn will become 0. Okay? Ganon siya. Okay? You get the point kung ano lang kapagitan. Ganon. Okay? Okay? Because you cannot substitute the normal force here because they have different normal force from here at point B. Point B, point C, and point D don't have the same normal force. Okay? You get the point? But if you try to solve this separately, the normal force will become 0. Okay? In the last. You get the point? Because it is stopping already, not moving. Okay? Muna siya mga palangga. Any questions so far? Charot. Diba? Okay? Ano na siya guys? So, diba sayang ra? Chart. Okay? Sayang ra siya. Okay. Now, we go to another problem. So, we have the next problem. Okay. Kani siya guys, bro kataw. Alam kani siya. Chart. And solve naman nila ako. Nahapon na siguro or last 2 days ago. Okay? Nahulog na akong solve. Charots. Okay, finish na. Okay, finish na tayo natin ng mga vlogs. Thank you so much for watching guys. I hope you like it and you can share to anybody else and you can subscribe to the channel if you like. And you can click the notification bell for some news updates of I Am a Singer, Eternal Voice. Bye bye, God bless everybody.